everybody. Today, we're going to create our own piece. Create your own piece. That's the saying on the coffee cup today. It's very hot. So I got my coffee. I've got my water. My popsicle holder. You know, yesterday, I found this in Stevie's bed. Now, I don't know if he had a popsicle to go with it or not, but that's where I found it. That is where I found it. Let's see who's here this morning. All right. I heard some music. It was on another screen. It is off now. Let's grab this coffee. I see Lily T. Good morning. Kings Gold, New York is here. Good morning. Listening via headset, won't be in the chat much. All right. Rose Kind is here. Good morning. And the Bud Files, good morning. Mrs. New York Gal, good morning. And there's my ones. Thank you, Lily. My hair is a mess. Now, I've been up. I got up at 8:30 this morning, combed my hair. But I wear this headset when I'm working. Ponytail is like down too low. There, that looks better. Whatever. It is what it is. I got the frizzes today. That's all right. Everybody's hair is frizzy, well, at least occasionally. Mine might be more than that, but that's okay. Dog is making weird noises. All right. Well, welcome. It is Saturday. It is crafting day, and we're going to go on a little adventure today to see what I have in my whips. What are my works in progress? Those are the whips, right? I haven't looked at my drawer for a while. I know I've got sweaters in there. I even have some pumpkins to finish. So far, I haven't started a new project, but the struggle is real. I also haven't worked on any of my other ones that need finished. So something's got to give. Either I got to start a new project or I got to work on something that needs finished, or they're never going to get finished, right? I don't know. Well, I'm excited to have you here. Thank you. I'm going to switch screens over here. And all right. It is already this morning 86 degrees, and our high today, I just got there, our high today is going to be 88, so we're almost to our high. Our radar is looking like this, and I'm right here at the tip of this red, right here. I'm right here, so we're going to have some rain at some point today, and it's red, so that means thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms, so we'll see if it gets to us or if it goes around us. Sometimes they go around us. We'll see. So what's it like where you are at? Yeah. QQ, have you started painting rocks yet? I still need to order one more set. Well, not one more thing. I need to order a set of paint pins. I have the paints and all of that, but I need the paint pins for the detail work, and then I'm ready to go. But it's going to have to wait till payday, which is a week away. Oh no, 48 hours with only 2 hours of sleep. Not good. Not good. Christina is here. The Dyson's Crazy Adventures. Good morning. Rose is picking blueberries. Nice. I love blueberries. They're so good, especially fresh ones. Christina says it's 83 right now, high of 92 today. Lily says it's supposed to get up to 77 today. Nice and cool. You notice I have a jacket on. I just couldn't get warm. And I probably could have just grabbed a long sleeve shirt, but this was on the back of my chair, so I just grabbed it. And I gave Stevie a blanket, so he's all snugged up. But he's in his crate all snugged up in there in his bed with blankets. So everybody's good. Mojo, he doesn't care. He's in there playing with toys. That's the noise you hear. New York Gal says 83. Everybody's saying hello. Thank you all for greeting each other in the chat. It makes me happy that you do so, and it helps make everybody feel welcome and seen, right? Have you ever been in a chat where you felt like nobody even saw you were there? I have. It's much more fun when people say hi. Did you have your yummy coffee? Today it's just black coffee. I wasn't in the mood for anything sweet this morning. I don't know why. Just black coffee this morning. I thought about it. It didn't. Oh, white chocolate mocha is what Lily is having. That sounds good. I like both of those things. So I've spent the morning working on music, organizing music in our iPads and getting everything the way I want it. And I've got some songs I need to separate a little bit more because they started the same, and then I kept confusing which song I was playing. And that was at a Friday Night Live a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm just going to rearrange that music a little bit and spread them out in that list to where they're not so close together. And then my brain should be able to handle it. Because most of the music I play from memory. And it makes it much easier to perform when you do. But sometimes my brain just gets tangled right up. Doesn't it sound yummy? Yummy. 82 degrees at the moment for King's Gold. Wind light and variable. He still hates summer. I'm outside topless and toothless trying to get stuff done. I love it. Well, we are in the process of taking down our back porch. We're not going to rebuild it right now. We're just going to put a little porch, an exit. That's it. A little porch and steps down. And we got other stuff we need to get done, and then we'll come back to that porch in the spring and see what we're going to do with it. It'll just have a little little entrance porch, and that's fine. Oh, Christina says they finally opened the pool. Yes, wait a minute. It's almost August, and they just now opened the pool? Dang. Well, I'm glad it's open. I'm glad it's open. About time. I'm going to run my member thank you, because so many times on Craft Hour I forget to do that. So I'm going to do it right now. And just thank all of our members for their memberships and their support. And it means a lot to us. So thank you very much. So thank you very much to our members. And thank you so much to all of you who watch our videos, who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And that come to our lives, and you're so much fun in the comments, and y'all are what make the channel work. You really are. And y'all are why we keep doing it. And I spent probably 6 hours editing yesterday for my other channel, one of my other, the Alluring Reveries with Ava. And I had to think about that for a minute. And it's well worth it. But man, that's a lot of editing. And yesterday I went outside to supervise the porch. It was mainly just for safety reasons, in case he needed anything. You never know what's going to happen when you're tearing down porches and stuff. I wasn't even out there 10 minutes and I broke out in hives. My eyes are still real swollen this morning. I mean big hives, like silver dollar size, quarter size, $50 size hives. It was miserable. So I came back in, and I didn't last long out there, and I didn't touch anything at all. It was just being out there. And part of my having lupus, is that I'm allergic to the sun, and that can sound absolutely crazy, but it is a true fact. And that's what happens to me sometimes when I'm just outside. So I stayed in. Oh, it was miserable. It felt like fire. It hurt. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Let's see. There's Floss. Good morning. Thanks for being here. There it is. There she is right there. Couldn't find the comment where she said hello. Found it. Good morning, Floss. Oh, Miss New York Girl says, loving that jacket. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. Oh, she's making bird toys and listening. Awesome. Right? Well, we probably ought to start this adventure and see what's going on. So I did finish this blanket. It is completely finished, and I decided it did not need any edging, that it was just fine without an edge. What is back here? This trash can is back here. That's what it is. All right, now it isn't. But here's this blanket. So when Mom was here, we were making dishcloths, and we bought several colors to do the dishcloths with. So this is a scrap yarn blanket made with the yarn from our dishcloth projects, except for the white. The white I had in my stash, and I included just to brighten it up. And so this is how it turned out. It's just a lapkin, so it isn't really big. It's from my neck about to my knees. So if you're sitting down in your chair, it's just perfect. And I really like the basket weave stitch. I really like the way that turned out. And I learned that it shows up much better in the lighter colors or the pastel colors than it does. I mean, if you get up close to the dark color, you can see it, but it just boom stands out in those lighter pastel colors. So in the future, I know that if I do this again, I want to use pastel colors. And I really want to make a sweater using this stitch because it's nice and thick, because it where it bubbles from the weave, it does that on both sides. So both sides are like that, and it makes a really thick, tight stitch that I think would be great for a sweater. So there's that. That was really fun, and it was fun learning something new. You do have to count. That pattern is done in 4s, so you do have to count, but it was not a difficult count. The first 2 or 3 rows, you had to count everything, and after that, you could kind of eyeball it because the pattern was there. I gotta go get this done. What are you doing, Stevie? What are you doing? You're supposed to be wrapped up in your blanket. You just need some loving. You do. Okay. All right. Say hi. Ah! Okay. So, there you go. He doesn't want in his bed. He thinks there's food. That's what he's thinking. Well, he's got a surprise. There isn't any. Let's see. I do too. I love that movie too. Rose says my mom was allergic to sun and cinnamon. I'm allergic to cinnamon. I can eat it a teeny bit. And one of my favorite things is raisin bread, cinnamon raisin bread. I just have to limit myself because if I have a lot, it causes problems. Oh, Christina's going to pull up a potato plant today. They should be ready. Nice. We didn't plant any potatoes this year. Dougie has a specific bed he usually plants potatoes in. And we did not do it this year. Whoa, fancy, right? It looks really fancy, but once you get into the rhythm of it, it wasn't difficult. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. What are you doing? What are you doing, you stinker? What you doing? He's hanging out? Okay. Love you. Okay. He's just hanging out. You are not going to drink my coffee. Now, we had this discussion yesterday. Back away from the coffee. This turkey. Now what's he doing? Now he's still looking for food. Thought he was sticking his head through my arm. He does that. Lily can't wait to see those potatoes. And Lily's husband is going to record her doing her favorite colors tomorrow. Yes, so Wednesday is the challenge here on this channel. It is to make a video short of telling us what is your favorite color, and then show us some things that are your favorite color. You got a hat, a shirt, a jacket, a hoodie, pants, socks, shoes, flowers. Is your wall painted your favorite color? This is Doug's favorite color, blue. Your towel. What have you got that's your favorite color? And it can be things in nature that are your favorite color too. What are you doing? Whole outfit. Oh my goodness. Is my hair fuzzier now than it was? Well, heck. There we go. It's still... How can my hair get fuzzier while I'm sitting here doing a live? I don't know. But it did. Now it's under a hat, so it's okay. It's okay. Lily says I'll be wearing hat, shirt, pants, socks, and shoes. Nice. All in her favorite color. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Y'all remember the project I was working on with the granny squares for the sweater. Hold on a minute. I'm going to tip something over. Okay. Wow, that was harder than I thought it was going to be. I knocked my wrist rest off the desk and everything else. My granny square sweater that I was working on, and then I started a new project, and it got laid aside. So this is going to be my granny square sweater. This will be the front. Here's the arm here, an arm over here, and then here's what the back looks like. There's the back. I just need to finish sewing it together, and then it'll need a little bit of edging work on it, I believe. And then that's finished. So it's really close to being finished. I just need to sit down and do it. I really like that yarn, but I'm saving this skein. I haven't started anything new because I don't know how much of it I'll need. It's my last skein. My dog chewing on this. It's my wrist brace. Okay. I don't want to use it and then not be able to get any more of it to finish my sweater. So I'm holding off on that to see how much of that I'm going to use. This just has yarn stash in it. It's this drawer over here that has some stuff. So let me move my drink before I spill it. So that would not be good. Coffee. Okay. Pull this drawer out. So in here I've got these squares that I need to start sewing together for a blanket. And these are not regular granny squares. You can see they've kind of got a different pattern going on there. I got more of those in here. And what else do we got in here? Some yarn stash in here. Okay, this right here is a finished sweater right here. So I'll put it on. I'll just put it on. So this was not a granny square. It was a stitch. I don't remember what it's called. Got the pattern somewhere. So here it is. And it's just a pull over, keep you warm kind of sweater. There's the back. Here's the front. Now I followed the pattern the way it said to do it. Now if I make another one of these, I'm going to extend this front part on over because at least a little bit, at least like an inch on each side. But it's not meant to be a cardigan or a keep you warm sweater. It's a wardrobe accessory, right? It's made to match what you've got going on. But I like it. I would make another one. Certainly would. Then I have... So I had one finished thing in my whips, except I got one more tail to work in. I guess that's why it's in my not finished drawer yet. Still. And that's everything after this. So this, if you can see it, all the line, it's got, different patterns in there. So I got that. This. And this. Another one just like it. Those are sleeves. And then 2 front panels. So this would be the front of the sweater, and this is the back of the sweater. And then these are the arms of the sweater here. Right here. So those are the arms of the sweater. It just needs sewn together. And then double check to see if I have any more edging to do, which I most likely will, around the body of the sweater itself. So this just needs sewn together. And that's how you make them. You make the back, you make the front, and then you make the sleeves. I think I need to have some more work to do on that one. I thought it was finished, but I don't think it is. Because look at that. They are not the same length at all. I got about this much more work to do on this one. I hadn't realized that. So I'll finish that, and then I'll start sewing it together. I have started keeping a notebook of my works in progress. You can keep it on your computer, whatever. I'm a notebook nerd, so I tend to do my stuff with notebooks. But just what kind of stitch were you doing, and most importantly, what size hook were you using? Because maybe people can look at that and know. I cannot. So I imagine it was an F hook because it looks nice and tight. But I'll have to just get some yarn and play around if I didn't write down what it was, because it wasn't a pattern I was following. It was one I was just doing as I went, as far as the color pattern. So yeah. All right, let's see. I did not put a little marker in here, so okay, so I was right around in here. So we were talking about Christina's potatoes. All right. Rocket. Oh, New York gal is eating bread and butter pickle chips out of the jar. Nice. I love bread and butter pickles. So good. Hey, there's Desert Adventures in Arizona. He did a... Oh, the thunder just got here. I hear the thunder. And the neighbor's going in. So the radar was correct. Thunderstorm was almost to me. Let's see. Oh, he did a pop-up live this morning. I got distracted by the thunder. He did a pop-up live this morning from the porch, and I really enjoyed that a lot. Got to see the plants and the trees outside in the front yard. And Lucas likes to chase lizards. I didn't know that. I did not know that. And so he kept himself busy looking for lizards. Yes. Small problem. Label's gone. I can find it locally, probably. Most likely. Love the blues. New York gal says, Ava, you are so talented. Musician and artist. Not many people know how to do this stuff anymore. I know I don't, but really want to learn. Well, it's never too late to learn. If you're wanting to learn to crochet, you just always got to remember everything is difficult in the beginning when you're a beginner, and you have to start small. Start with small projects and then graduate up to bigger ones. You can do it. I know. When I was in school, it was mandatory. The girls took home ec, the guys took shop, and when my brother, he was 6 years younger than me, when my brother got in high school, he asked permission to take home ec, and he learned to sew, and he made all of his tank tops. From then on, he made all of his own specialized tank tops that he wore, and that was amazing. And shorts. He would make his shorts and tank tops. Hey, there's Have Cheetah Will View. Yes, it is Missouri Fashion Week here. Going through the things I need to finish. I'm trying not to start anything new. I am, however, writing up the pattern for the new design I created for Doug, which is a tractor, of course. It isn't a John Deere this time. It's a red one. But it's one from the farm that they use, and they have all kinds of tractors out there. And I picked this one to do first, and then we'll do one of the John Deere ones, and see where we go from there. But I'm writing up that pattern right now. I have it as a graph, and I'll be counting all the squares and how many stitches per square, and then write up the directions in a written directions. Some people can look at the graph and do it. That'll be available. And some other people need the written directions, and I'm writing that out now for corner to corner. And what I found out with my last pattern that I made was that owl. if you remember the owl. And that was a corner to corner. And I had a lot of people that said I would have bought the pattern from you and made that, other than I don't do corner to corner or C to C. That's corner to corner. But I would have done it in double crochet. So I'm like, okay. So this next one that I'm doing now, I will, after I write it out corner to corner, because that's how I'm going to do it for myself, for Doug. Then I'll go back and write it out as a double crochet pattern. And that should have everybody covered, anybody who's wanting to do it. And then I need to go back to my owl pattern, and I need to, I really need to write that one out as a double crochet pattern as well, because there were a lot of people who wanted to do that, or at least said they would have. You never know. They might not follow through. Wait a minute. I'm trying to change screens here. This is the owl pattern that I made, that I designed right there. And I really like it. And if you remember, that was the original one that I made. And then I did one in blue that I worked on in Craft Hour. And it took forever to make it. But I think it's fun to watch it come to life as you're going. And in a double crochet, going across and back and across in your rows, you can see it start to come to life, I think, quicker than you do when it's C to C, because when you're doing a line of double crochet, it builds from the bottom to the top, and the pattern is evident pretty much right away. When you're going from one corner to the other corner, that's a whole other thing. It sometimes you can't really visualize what it's gonna look like until you're halfway through, and then you have that diagonal half, and even at a diagonal half, you would only have a wing and part of his body and his feet in there, and so it would be harder to see. But I like the stitch. I like the way it looks as a corner to corner. But I also like double crochet, so I'm easy to please. Doug might not agree with that, but I'm easy to please. I am easy. There he is right there. There he is. Now that is trouble right there. That's trouble. Oh, and here's trouble. And here's trouble. Look at that. He's so adorable. Buddy boo. There's Mojo when he was little. And there he's bigger. He's not fitting in that bed so easy anymore. Now he doesn't even use that size bed because he's too big. And he's out. And he's awake. And he is just as sweet as his face looks. He is the sweetest thing. All right. Back to Craft Hour after this one. Oh. All right. I gotta stop. Where am I? Oh, there I am. I got lost. Oh, and y'all, you know what time it almost is, right? It's gonna be here before you know it, too. Look at those pumpkins. Let's see here. Right? Christina says, I hate when you make something that doesn't fit right. So I'm just going to add an inch to each side of those front panels, and then that'll be perfect for me in the way I like things to feel and lay. Yeah, there's Crossover Paranormal Society. Hello, thanks for being here. Christina says, I keep my hook with my project till it's finished. That's a good idea. Thunder! I love storms extremely. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, thanks for being here. Sebastian is here. Thanks for being here. Let's see. That's what I was thinking when I read that name. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Everybody like that owl? All right, now let's get back over here and look at these pumpkins. There's Doug's first one. He did a tractor. Well, let's look at mine first. So I did the bat. I did the happy face pumpkin, and then I freehanded a fire-breathing dragon. And then I did a bat. And this was the last one I did, and I really liked it with all the flowers. I really liked it. And then here comes Doug, and he shows me up by freehanding this steel wheel tractor. And then a Model A. And then the last one he did, he freehanded himself on a motorcycle. I don't know how he does it either. Oh my gosh. He'll do a drawing and then he'll show it to me. And I'm like, I don't know if you can do that on a pumpkin or not. And then he just does it. So anyway, Halloween will be here before you know it. And we are growing pumpkins. This is hot. I may have to take it off. We are growing pumpkins this year. We have a very small pumpkin patch, and we're trying to keep it contained in one area, and that's hard because if you're familiar with pumpkin plants, they vine out and they go crazy, and they have these little tendrils that curl on stuff, and so they're climbers. They can climb as well. So we're trying to keep it contained to where it's not everywhere, but we'll see how that works because it's not cooperating just perfect. Hey, that's my brace, and you may not have it. It's a wrist brace. You got anything else other there in that blanket besides your toys? You got anything else of mine over there? No? That was it? What was it? She's so ornery. Well, I took it. It's mine. You can't have it back. You're crazy. You won't let me get him. He's over here like on my leg, like pick me up, until I try. Show them how much trouble you are. Say, I'm a whole 4 pounds of trouble. 4 pounds of trouble. Right there. This is the trouble. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're all kinds of trouble. All right. Yeah. Okay, let's get back over here. Everybody's liking that owl. Thank you. Thank you. I love designing. It's writing out the pattern that's the hard part for me. I can design it and make it. Oh, Christina's going to take her gnome blanket to the fair in 2 weeks. Ooh. Let's see. Do I still have that in here from show and tell? I might. And then again, I might not. No, I already cleaned out show and tell. Wait. Oh, darn it. Okay. Well, it was a nice thought. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And the dog's going to bark at the thunder. And it's raining. Just a gentle rain. It's a cat bat. Let's see. Oh, I love the sound of the thunder. Motorcycles. I love motorcycles. It's the winner. He even made that seat look 3D. I don't know how he did it. Yeah, right. The melons also, which are vine plants, have attached to the Christmas lights. Oh no. New York Gal says you could quilt a channel logo. That'd be fun. Oh, it should be on Messenger. Is that where it was? All right. Well, I knew I'd showed it. Whoops, that's not it. My son's like, who's at the door? I hear a doorbell. I'm like, no, that's my phone notifications. There it is. Now, it is huge. And each one of those, see each one of those little bitty squares, those little granny squares that she sewed together to make the design there. And you can see the gnome there. How nice is that? I like it. Good job, Christina. Oh, it's raining heavier now. But this is, if it starts doing a lot of lightning, I'll have to turn my computer off, but I should be all right.
Heavy rain has been detected near your location.
Oh, did you hear that? That is my weather update. Heavy rain is at my location. Oh, isn't that the worst? Oh, so Oki has a question. If you're on the 25th row and notice a mistake on row 3, do you rip it out? I have. I have. It, you know, is it really noticeable? I mean, noticeable to us, yes, but is it going to be really noticeable to someone else? And is it going to bug us forever? I mean, if it's going to bug us forever, then rip it out and fix it. I checked my rows on this basket weave. I checked it. I tried to check it every row. I think the most rows I had to rip out at once was 3, because I had to rip out 3 rows to get to where I made the mistake and did something twice in a row instead of switching every other. So I had to do that twice, 3 rows twice. And so then I got in the hat where I would check the row every time I was done and ready to start a new row. I just looked through that one real quick. And then I only had to rip out a little bit to fix what I had done. And most of the time when I did that is because I was talking while I was working. Yeah. Lily loves that gnome Afghan. New York gal, I can't even sew holes in my pants and people out here making magic. Oh no. Christina says I finished a whole project and ripped it all out. Oh, I've done that too. I have done that, Christina. Lily says, okay, I didn't rip out any of my first Afghan last year, and it looks funny, but my husband and I are the only ones who use it. Yeah, it's that happens. It's not. I'm laughing about it now, but let me tell you, you can shed some tears over that stuff, right? And I have. I've also yelled. I've also thrown my crochet hook. I keep pencils in my pencil jar, and I throw pencils. I'm a pencil thrower. Steve says it seems sad to waste all that time, but I understand why. And that's what I ask myself, is if it's something for me, is this going to consistently bother me? And if it is, you fix it, right? Boy, this is warm. These crocheted items are heavier than they look. And this is really, really warm. And it's comfortable, very comfortable. You forget you have it on. Oh no, I thought about cutting it up, but my husband wouldn't let me. No, don't cut it up. Don't cut it up. It's working great. And a lot of times when I'm trying a new pattern, I'll make one and then I have the experience of it and I make another one and I might make some little tweaks, or I might now see where I made mistakes and do better the second time. Or like with this one, that's not okay. So I want it around my boobs a little more. Right? So for me personally, it just needs about another inch on each side, and then that would lay comfortably for me. So yeah. Well, even though I didn't crochet a single lick, I had fun looking at these things that I need to finish. And you know what? I'm encouraged because I'm closer to being finished than I thought I was. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 things in here that I need to finish. That's not bad. I thought there was going to be more than that in there. So yay me. Oh, hey, there's Ringo and Czar. Thanks for being here. Looks like it would be cozy warm with more material to wrap up like a taco. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love an Afghan on the couch or on the bed just to snuggle up with if you're reading or watching a movie or eating popcorn or whatever you do. I think they're so cozy. Steve says, most like me will not even notice a mistake, but it drives Okie crazy. I totally understand, Okie. Let's see. I think I need some water. Thunder's getting louder. Oh, it's lipstick. I'm like, what is on my straw? Lipstick. All right. Well, it is time to go. It is time to go. So I just want to tell everybody thank you. Let me see. Let me get to the rest of my chat here. Lily says, thank you for the crafting and coffee. Ava, love you in chat. Have a beautiful day. See you all later. Thank you for being here. Christina says, I cuddle with the blanket you sent me for Christmas while I'm working. And guess what it has on it? You guessed it, I'm sure. You're welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here. And I just want to remind everybody that you are an awesome individual. You're wonderfully made, and you're inspiring those around you, even when you're not aware. And if you are struggling right now, and so many of us are, if you are struggling, you are never struggling alone. You are never alone. And just hang on. Hang on with all you got and never give up. Thanks for being here, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of the day.